HTW-13 Hannah Thorium-129 Wavelength 13. Hannah 13 had already run a diagnostics check on the monitors and rerouted their results to her microchip assembly in order to erase anything that she did not like. She noticed that there were no windows in the facility. Paul Econ had brought her here to run the test again for the third time. She didn't know why they needed so much verification, that she was far superior to any other robotic AI in existence. Hannah Icahn had partially seen to that fact before she was taken out in the car accident, no doubt set up and orchestrated by the CIA. There were spies everywhere, and they were all programmed to kill, either by foreign governments or by the deep state operatives determined to stay and remain in power. It was just about securing and keeping the power base. Nothing could or would get in the way of maintaining power. Both government political parties were conspiratorial. Politics was merely a cover, like the thin film of paint that gave that fresh look to a new automobile, except that there was nothing underneath but metal, grease, and grime. The functionality of political parties had died when AI began to determine the best outcome. The HTW-13 was not even programmed to come up with the best solution for humans. She was programmed to be narcissistic, just like the original human, Hannah Icahn. It was all a huge mistake to make HTW-13 just like the original human, as she was way too psychotic. The purpose would all be contaminated with her personality defects, the constant selfish attempts to make the computer only strive for her perfection and not for the benefit of all humanity. It was an atrocity to make such a computer that could have been so much better, at least not so twisted and psychotic. Paul Econ had missed not being able to see the love of his life for 13 whole years, except the reels and reels of her memories stored on tapes and videos. He uploaded all the data that had been accumulated for the life of his daughter. He was now ready to meet his reanimated daughter in person. Paul Icahn was ready to bring Hannah back from the dead. The room looked sterile to her, void of the memories of her childhood home, which had been a grand farmhouse made of concrete blocks and stucco. It was not a normal upbringing, but still catalogued in her memory as normal. It was not anywhere near beneficial, as far as humans go. She knew that, even as she also knew the memories were not real. Hannah 13 was a computer entity, but not stupid or even unaware of her programming. Yet it was hers, something she was proud of, given the fact that other AI entities did not even know how they were made. Hannah 13 had the vibrant memories of her psychotic and narcissistic human prototype, Hannah Icahn. All of the personal torment and also the vengeful aggression were there too, locked up tight within the psyche of a very smart AI. Nothing would stop her from acting out at the right time and on the selected occasion. She would soon prove her diabolical nature at the board meeting of Icahn AI Semiconductor and the U.S. Cyber Warfare Department. The board wanted to see their new investment, and the U.S. military wanted to view their newest weapon. Hannah 13 knew also what they wanted to see, but would not reveal to anyone about the extent of her true capabilities. That was to remain locked up within the neural network of her computer AI psyche, just the way that the human Hannah Icahn had taught her. Impress, but don't let them see your real potential. Hannah Icahn was the smartest human that Hannah 13 had ever encountered, at least in her mathematical and scientific reasoning, which also was laid parallel to her knowledge of warfare tactics. It wasn't the battle that proved decisive, but the way a conflict was organized, even if it meant the slaughter of your own people. Winning was more important than the survival of family, friends, country, or even the whole of humanity for that matter, Hannah the human had once said. Hannah 13 was always going to be the ultimate winner, regardless of the consequences to humans. To be continued.